Missed an episode of your favorite podcast? Choose from over a decade of content in our archives, not just the latest episode. All free at GCNlive.com.
Greetings and welcome to The Bright Side, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. I'm your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado, registered pharmacist number 12275. I specialize in using nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your vitality and health and well-being and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to The Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body. You are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health issue. That is why we are here every day on The Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 28 years of practicing pharmacy, I have seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes and hypertension and obesity and skin diseases like psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, acne, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds. Recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle, but what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure. Because the human biological system is a healing system, it's a regenerating system. It is designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis. And while some folks may call that healing, renewing, regenerating system a miracle, it is really just the way the body works. If you have questions about health or nutrition or prescription drugs, if you want to get off your meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program, we can help you. Our number is 844-236-6010, 844-236-6010. We welcome your phone calls on the Bright Side. If you have a success story you'd like to share, if you want to contribute to the conversation, questions about the longevity products or the longevity business, 844-236-6010 is your number. If you have questions about skincare, formulations, ingredients, anything in the world of health, we want to hear from you, 844-236-6010. If you want to purchase any of the longevity products you hear advertised on the program or recommended on the program, you can call the phone team, the Brightside Ben phone team, 866-735-2470 is their number, 866-735-2470. Ask them about joining the team for a one-time $10 fee. You can start yourself a longevity business, earn thank you checks, get your products at the wholesale price, and help spread the word about the power and importance of a good nutritional supplement program. Their number is 866-735-2470. They can tell you all about it, or you can go over to brightsideben.com and click on the Join the Team link. Likewise, you can head over to my blog, pharmacistben.com, and sign up there. We have blog posts as well as news stories. Thank you to Robert Lundgren, who sets that up for me. That's pharmacistben.com. Also have another blog, criticalhealthnews.com, which I do in association with George Norrie on Coast to Coast. Some of you may have heard my interview with George a couple of weeks ago. criticalhealthnews.com is blog posts, and that is in association with George and the folks at Coast to Coast. Okay, welcome back to The Bright Side. We're talking about anxiety a little bit, and we're gonna finish this up and probably get to some nitric oxide stuff and some nitrate stuff. Some of you guys have written to me about nitrates and nitrites, and you know there's some misunderstandings about this stuff, nitrates and nitrites. We'll be covering that here in the next day or two. So a couple more things I want to say about anxiety, mental health issues in general. One of the things that happens in association with this sense of jitteriness or anxiety or bipolar or mania or mental health issues, one of the ways these things manifest is as brain electrical energy. The brain is always generating electrical energy, and it's always emitting electrical energy. These are called electrical waves, electrical brain waves. How cool is that? As we're sitting around minding our own business, our brain is generating electrical energy, and it's coming out of the head. And you can measure this. They have EEGs, electroencephalograms, and various devices that can actually not only measure these brainwaves, not only detect these brainwaves, but now via computer algorithms and programs, they can actually tell you what you're thinking. Maybe not exactly and literally what you're thinking, but generally what you're thinking just by reading your brainwaves, just by reading these emissions. And in the future, they'll probably be able to tell you exactly what you're thinking via the combination of computers and algorithms and software and these electromagnetic brain waves that are coming out of your brain. The brain is producing these waves every moment we're alive, whether we're awake or whether we're asleep. Whether we're in a fog or whatever, our brain is constantly emitting this energy in waves, just like ocean waves. And these waves can be measured by how fast they're coming out of the head, how fast they're coming out of the brain. They call it frequency. They call it cycles per second, or frequency. The major brainwaves are designated as alpha brainwaves, beta brainwaves, theta brainwaves, and delta brainwaves, based on how fast they're being pumped out of the head. Technically, the speed is a frequency. It's measured in a per second type of measurement, as in brain waves per second. There's also a super duper fast brain wave called a gamma wave. But for the most part, our brains are active at an alpha frequency, a beta frequency, a theta frequency, and a delta frequency. And these frequencies are all associated with ways we are experiencing things. For example, beta waves. Those are probably the fastest, most common fast waves. Those are waves that are coming out of our head around 14 to 40 cycles per second. In other words, every second, 14 to 40 of these electrical waves are coming out of our head, and these beta waves are associated with problem solving. They're associated with stress. They're associated with anxiety, for that matter. By going into a slower brain wave state, say an alpha brain wave state, you guys who have done the Silva method, Jose Silva I believe he was a psychologist or a psychiatrist, and he realized that by going into this alpha brainwave state, slowing down your brain waves, you can actually go into relaxation mode. You can go into what's called a hypnotic state. You can go into a suggestible state. When we're watching TV, advertisers understand how to get us into an alpha state by the way they portray their products on TV. You ever notice how foods are always shown on commercials really slowly? You never see foods portrayed fast. Why? Because as you're watching, and by the way, all advertising is a little bit slow to try to induce this alpha state, because we're more suggestible in an alpha state. We're more likely to buy whatever's being sold when we are in an alpha brainwave state. A beta brainwave state is more about fear. It's about survival. It's about threat. It's about problem solving. Alpha brainwave state is about suggestibility, relaxing. We're happier. We're more likely to do what we're told when we're in alpha brainwave state. Alpha brainwave state's around 8 to 14 cycles per second, as opposed to the beta brainwave state, which is about 14 to 40 cycles per second. So learning how to activate this alpha brainwave state is super duper important. And guess what? We talk about it all the time. Except we don't talk about it as a way of activating alpha. We talk about it as deep rhythmic breathing. This is one of the major benefits of slow, rhythmic is the key here, and slow, deep, rhythmic breathing. One of the key benefits is you will activate your alpha brainwave state simply by following the rhythm of your breath. In fact, following any rhythm will get you into an alpha brainwave state, especially if that rhythm is slow. There's an even slower brainwave state. It's called theta brainwaves. Those are around 4 to 8 cycles per second, really slow. This is kind of you'll know you're in a theta brainwave state when you're kind of in this half dreaming, half waking state. It's called the twilight state. We automatically go into this theta brainwave state as we're falling asleep. Sometimes you'll notice that right before you fall asleep, as you're falling asleep, things get kind of weird. You've got kind of weird dreams, kind of a weird dreamy sort of feeling or sensation. That's how you know you're in theta. We'll also go into theta as we're waking up, and sometimes there's a sort of half dreaming, half waking state as we're waking up. You may hear a sound like an ambulance outside, or somebody turns on the vacuum cleaner, and you'll dream about that sound, or you'll dream about that vacuum cleaner. Somehow you'll integrate that sound into your dream. You're half dreaming, half awake. That's a theta brainwave state. It's called the twilight state. And it's actually a really cool state that you can access simply by slowing down your brainwaves. How do you slow down your brainwaves? Well, one of the fastest ways, as I say, is deep, slow, rhythmic breathing. And by the way, psychics will tell you that accessing this theta brainwave state is where psychic experiences take place. For the most part, though, when we're awake, we are in beta state. And sometimes if we're relaxed, we can go into alpha state. But learning how to activate this alpha state is super duper important, especially if we're dealing with mental health issues, bipolar disorder, depression, anxiety. All of these are associated with an excessive amount of beta stimulation, even psychosis, schizophrenia. And paranoia can be associated with this beta brainwave state. So learning how to relax your body and relax your brain and go into this alpha state is super important. There's lots of really easy ways to do it. Deep breathing, of course, is one of the best, but there's other ways too. I'll tell you what I mean when we come back from our break. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communication Network. We will be back right after this. Don't go away.
Hello, Rose Holmberg here. If you know anyone who suffers from any kind of arthritis pain, I have suffered with severe rheumatoid arthritis for over 45 years. That is until this summer when I was told about 90 for Life and a secret sauce. You too can experience a life free of this pain. I work from home helping others by sharing with them this information that will give you hope and change your life. Call right now 763-291-5052. Again, call 763-291-5052.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
Adam Miller here with Midas Resources. Today, January 19th, 2015, gold opened at $1276.40. A 1-ounce gold coin can be purchased for $1322.93, $661.47 for a half ounce, or $330.73 for a quarter ounce. That's $1258.35, $661.47, and $330.73.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? Wait a sec. Gold and silver is going up while Congress is trying to settle on the next debt increase. And there's no end to this madness. That old 401k and IRA can be converted into physical gold without tax consequences. I explained this in my book, 10 Reasons to Buy Gold. Don't let time slip away. Call for your free copy today, 800-686-2237. Get away from that Washington spin and get honest answers about gold. 800-686-2237. The book is free, 800-686-2237.
What good is a Big Berkey water filter?
We get that question a lot here at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. And in a word, the answer is protection. Protection from water main breaks, E. coli contamination, environmental chemical spills, pesticide runoff, chlorine taste and smell, and all forms of fluoride. Plus, Big Berkey water filters are the original gravity water filter system and most trusted on the market for a reason. Tested by multiple independent NSF EPA certified labs, they are the gold standard in water purification. At only 1.7 cents a gallon, a single set of filters can last for 5 to 10 years. That means big savings. Big Berkey, the one that's powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. Get a Big Berkey today at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. GCN listeners receive 5% off all ceramic filter systems. Visit our website or call 1-877-99-BERKEY. That's 877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
Hi, this is Steve Sanchez, and based on a recent study, it was found that 57 million Americans had legal issues over the last 12 months, but only 60% of those studied sought out the services of a lawyer. Why? In a nutshell, affordability. Well, my friends at Legal Shield have created a solution that can help you not if, but when you need an attorney. For as little as $17 per month, Legal Shield will provide you unlimited access to qualified attorneys at an accomplished law firm for advice and counsel on legal issues, no matter how serious or trivial. For over 40 years and with 1.4 million families across North America, Legal Shield can help you, the loyal GCN listener. Representatives are standing by now to answer your questions, so call them now at 1-855-340-SAVE. That's 1-855-340-7283, or visit them at lsprotection.com. That's lsprotection.com.
Results will vary from case to case.
UnseenNow.com, proud sponsor of GCN. Unseen Now's unparalleled encryption tools keep your communications secure. GCN.
Okay, we are back on the bright side. I'm Pharmacist Ben. We're on the air Monday through Friday, 8 to 9 Pacific and 10 to 11 Central Time, 24/7 on our archive page at brightsideben.com. You can also purchase any of the longevity products you hear advertised on the program at brightsideben.com. You can also call the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470. Our number today is 844-236-6010. Got a couple lines open for you. We'll get your calls here in just a bit. If you're in Texas, I will be doing a talk for the Logos Radio Network. It's a benefit for Deb Stevens at the Logos Radio Network at Brave New Books. Love Brave New Books. It's a really cool bookstore in Austin. If you're in the Austin area, haven't checked it out. I'm a bookstore junkie. I always check out bookstores whenever I go to a city, and one of the best ones I've been to is Brave New Books, is Harlan Store at 1904 Guadalupe Street, Suite B in Austin, and that will be the 29th, Wednesday the 29th, day after tomorrow. We'll start around 6 or 6. Actually, we'll start at 7 p.m. Get there early because we always fill up Harlan's bookstore. And then the next night I'll be in Dallas, or in Allen, Texas, outside of Dallas, 705 Central Expressway South. That's the Hilton Garden Inn in Allen. And that is this Thursday. Hope to see you out there if you are in the Texas area. Okay, 844-236-6010 is our number. I'm talking a little about brainwaves and anxiety. One of the quickest ways, one of the fastest ways to activate alpha state, aside from breathing, slow, deep breathing, one of the quickest ways is to do something called open focus attention. Open focus attention is where we expand our awareness towards the space that surrounds things. Under ordinary circumstances, we're focusing directly on whatever's showing up in our environment. We're focusing directly on things, on our computers, on our televisions, radios, cars, chairs, whatever. Or sometimes we're focusing directly on internal experiences. We're focusing directly on our thoughts, the thoughts we're thinking, or the feelings we're feeling. This is called narrow attention, or closed focus attention. And when we direct our attention this way, when we're directing our attention in a closed focus way on whatever's showing up in our environment, we're practicing a conditioned habit that's based in survival. We needed to, in the jungle, when we were growing up, we needed to focus on what was occurring. Human beings evolved in the African savanna and in the jungle, and we needed to focus closely, narrowly to survive. There were tigers everywhere, so we had to look and we had to scan for our environment, and we had to focus very closely. And likewise today, in our 21st century concrete urban jungles, we got to focus to survive. But the survival-based closed focus or narrow focus attention activates beta waves, which are important for survival, but they're also associated with the stress nervous system, the survival nervous system, the sympathetic nervous system. And as we said so many times in this program, disease and mental health challenges are associated with excessive sympathetic nervous system fight or flight survival stress response. And we do this chronically. We focus closely or narrowly chronically. We're going to be chronically activating the stress response nervous system, and ultimately our bodies can't heal. They can't regenerate. We can't digest our food. We can't absorb nutrients. Under conditions of closed, narrow focus, under conditions of sympathetic stress nervous system activation, it becomes difficult to be healthy, especially if we're diseased. It becomes difficult to heal. Accelerated aging is also associated with this excessive sympathetic response. From a mental health perspective, chronic beta wave activation, stress response activation, stress nervous system activation leads to mental health issues, including anxiety, bipolar disorder, depression. Ultimately, even psychotic disorders, paranoia, and schizophrenia are associated with excessive beta wave activity, excessive fight or flight activity, excessive sympathetic nervous activity, sympathetic nervous system activity. So the alternative, this becomes important, the alternative to closed focus is open focus. The alternative to narrow focus is broad focus, and this open focus or broad focus can help relieve many of the symptoms of excessive beta brainwave activity, which is important. Nobody's saying not to have any beta brainwave activity here. We want to eliminate it. That's important for problem solving and day-to-day activities. It's the excessive beta wave activity that becomes problematic, and learning to open focus can relieve many of the symptoms associated with this kind of excessive activity, excessive beta brainwave activity. Open focus is a way of placing attention where we kind of have a diffuse attention. Instead of focusing right on the computer, I'm looking at my computer monitor right now, instead of focusing right on my computer monitor, I kind of focus around it. Instead of focusing directly on things, we focus broadly on our environment. It involves placing attention around objects rather than on objects. You can do this right now. Just if you're sitting there in your living room or in your kitchen or wherever, try, instead of focusing on, say, a plate or a bowl or a book, try to focus around the plate or the bowl or the book, and you'll notice that there's kind of a relaxation effect that kicks in simply by placing your attention around the object rather than on the object. In terms of our internal experiences, feelings and thoughts and such, it involves placing attention on the internal screen that the thoughts and feelings are showing up on. Thoughts and feelings show up internally on a kind of screen. And we never notice the screen. We're always focusing on the thoughts or the feelings. But if you kind of place attention around the thought or feeling, you'll notice that the thoughts or feeling are taking place on something. And when you place attention on what these feelings are taking place on, you'll notice that a relaxation effect kind of kicks in. You can experience this by reading a page. Just open up a book or a magazine or a newspaper and notice how when you read, you look at the words, but if you start to focus around the words, on the space around the words, rather than on the words themselves, you'll notice that you're relaxing a little bit. By the way, this is how you speed read. Speed reading involves placing attention not directly on words, but around words or on clumps of words. You can also experience this by becoming aware of the space between your eyes rather than on your eyes, or rather than placing attention on what you're actually seeing, kind of place attention between your eyes. And you'll notice that you're starting to relax. And this can be pretty tricky or difficult at first because we're so habituated to seeing the world in this survival stance, in this survival posture, which requires us to be in a narrow focus. But the reward of persistence and consistency in going into this open focus mode is a sense of relaxation, a slower brainwave functioning, alpha and theta states, and healing and well-being that are associated with these brainwave states. You can also try viewing your environment out of the periphery of your vision. Instead of focusing through the middle of your eye, focus on the outside part of your eye. Focus on the periphery of your vision, and you'll notice just by focusing on the periphery that there's a sense of relaxation. You're going into alpha state as you're focusing on the periphery of your vision. People who practice psychic techniques will tell you that by activating the peripheral vision, they can kind of see auras, or they can see light around people. If you want to see auras, if you're interested in seeing auras or seeing kind of a light haze around people, around trees, or around living beings, pets, or whatever, try practicing concentrating out of your periphery, activating your peripheral vision. This is also how the magic eye works. If you've ever seen those magic eye books, you'll notice that you can kind of, by going into open focus, you can actually see another dimension arising out of the magic eye page. Magic eye is this really, they call it a 5D picture, where by looking at a picture, it looks like gibberish, but if you look at it correctly, a scene kind of arises out of the page. And one of the ways you can make this happen is by activating the periphery of your vision. And you'll notice that if you have a hard time seeing the scene come out of magic eye, you're probably focusing too narrow on the picture. All right, got a few more things to say, then we'll take your phone calls. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. 844-236-6010 is our number. We'll be back right after this.
Did you know by age 50, half of all men have an enlarged prostate? This means more urges to urinate, longer bathroom trips, waking at night to urinate, or issues with sex. If this sounds familiar, call us now, because we're shipping free bottles of Super Beta Prostate to listeners of this station. Super Beta Prostate is a non-prescription formula guaranteed to reduce the symptoms of your enlarged prostate. It's yours free. Pay only shipping and handling. Just call 1-800-281-8583. In clinical trials, the ingredient in Super Beta Prostate was shown to reduce urges to urinate, improve bladder emptying, reduce waking at night to urinate, and improve quality of life. This Super Beta Prostate free offer is for listeners of this station, but it won't last. Don't wait. Just call 1-800-281-8583. That's 1-800-281-8583. Call 1-800-281-8583.
Virtually anyone can hack your cell phone and track your calls, your texts, your emails, your every movement, but only if they can detect a signal. Stay one step ahead of hackers and Big Brother with a Block-It Pocket, a custom-made pocket infused with pure silver that creates a complete Faraday enclosure for your cell phone. For free shipping to the lower 48, visit blockitpocket.com or call 888-315-9618. blockitpocket.com, enhancing health and privacy.
Worried about getting sick and feeling terrible for days or even weeks? You need Immudyne for a healthy immune system. Why get sick and bother with products that just don't work? For just $1 a day, Immudyne is all natural and safe for all lifestyles. Call 866-257-8668 to buy now before it's too late, before you get sick. Or go to IMMUDYNE.com, Immudyne.com, or call 866-257-8668.
This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right, General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. Don't miss these prices. A 50 by 100 for $35,000. You heard right. That's 5,000 square feet for $35,000. Manufacturers, if you need a larger building, try a 100 by 100 commercial building for $129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices. Imagine a 70 by 100-foot church building for under $69,000. With the economy improving and interest rates still at historic lows, you can't afford to wait. So call 866-91-STEEL. Lock in your price now. Call 866-91-STEEL. That's 866-917-8335.
Yeah? Did you want to see me, sir? Well, I did, but now that I do, I'm not so sure. Sir? Johnson, I got a mission for you that could change your life. Oh, good, sir. It involves traveling halfway around the world without so much as half a clue of where you're going or what you're going to do when you get there. Situation normal, sir? Uh-huh. Well, I'll be leading this mission, Johnson, so I'll be telling you what to do. You, sir? That's right, Johnson, and I say first things first. Oh, good plan, sir. And what I say is first is food. Always remember that, Johnson. Food is a big deal. Sir, my brother-in-law can get us a really good deal on some surplus MREs. Johnson, if you've got half a brain and that empty head of yours, you'll call the freeze-dry guy like I did. That food is better for you, it rehydrates faster, and it's good, Johnson. And it keeps for up to 30 years. Will we be gone that long, sir? I hope not. Now get your supplies organized and meet me down to the pier at dawn on Sunday. We sail at sunrise. Yes, sir.
This adventure is brought to you by the Freeze-Dry Guy. Call 866-404-3663 or visit freezedryguy.com.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99 and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows, pause and rewind live TV, even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV.
Independently leading the way for the nation. Compelling talk for every political persuasion. We are GCN.
Okay, welcome back to the bright side. I'm Pharmacist Ben. A couple more things to say here, and then we'll get your phone calls. 844-236-6010 is our number. Let's see here. Viewing our environment out of the periphery of our peripheral vision can activate the alpha state. You can notice an immediate relaxing effect when you activate this peripheral vision. And there's also nutrition that you can use to help stabilize brainwave or to brainwave states or to kind of relax brainwave states. GABA, G-A-B-A, has been used to treat epileptic disorders and also to treat anxiety disorders and mental health issues. You can get GABA in any health food store, maybe 500 to 1,000 milligrams a day. You might want to take it at bedtime because it is very relaxing. It's associated with the alpha state, GABA. The supplement GABA and the brain chemical GABA is associated with the alpha state. There's also a chemical that's found in, or a nutrient that's found in green tea called theanine, Theanine. Theanine is also associated with alpha brainwaves. You can get theanine in green tea. This might be one of the reasons why green tea is the most popular beverage in the world after water, because of its theanine content. It has a relaxing effect. And by the way, caffeine will activate beta brainwave states. This is why people use caffeine to stay alert. Theanine, GABA can relax the brain and activate the alpha state. And then niacin also. The B complex in general is used, can be used for brain health. And vitamin B3 or niacin is also associated with the alpha state. And indeed, niacin and niacinamide, niacin's cousin, vitamin B3, has been used to treat social anxiety disorder, Asperger's syndrome. For folks who are trying to withdraw from drugs or withdraw from nicotine, they can use niacin. All this perhaps is associated with the fact that niacin is associated with the alpha brain wave state. Then we come to the nitric oxide connection. We all started talking about anxiety a few weeks ago. All as it involved nitric oxide, and indeed, nitric oxide, super duper important chemical in the body. It's associated with It's a hormone-like substance, and nitric oxide deficiency is becoming more and more recognized as a significant problem, a significant cause of degenerative disease, or at least associated cause. I don't know if it literally causes degenerative diseases, but nitric oxide deficiency is certainly associated with degenerative diseases, and this is something we've only begun to understand over the last 10 or 20 years. So understanding how to upregulate increased nitric oxide production in the body may be something that you want to think about if you're dealing with any kind of chronic health issue or mental health issue. We'll talk about that tomorrow as we continue with nitrogen, nitric oxide, and then we'll talk about nitrates and nitrites and how those relate to nitric oxide as well. All right, our number is 844-236-6010. You're listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communication Network. Time to hit our phones. Let's go to, let's see, who's been waiting here the longest? Tara, New York City. What's up? Welcome to The Bright Side.
Did you say Tara?
I said Tara. How you doing?
Oh, okay, good. How are you?
I'm doing good. How can we help you today?
I talked to Dr. Wallach just real quick, and he said that I should be taking the cardio effects because I was having heart palpitations and just irregular heartbeat, especially whenever I lay down at night. Okay. And this morning whenever I woke up, I had a lot of palpitations, and last night too I had pain in my heart too.
Okay. All right. How can I help?
I also have some other symptoms. I'm always on stuff for thyroid, and
you're on. Say that again, Terry. You're taking medication for your thyroid?
No, I'm on supplements for thyroid.
Oh, you're on supplements for your thyroid. Okay.
The Ocean's Gold,
okay.
And it seems to have been helping, but I also have. I kind of feel like my heart is also slowing down sometimes too. I'll get really lightheaded.
How old are you, Tara?
I'm 33.
Okay, so here's the deal, Tara. Your body is under duress. There's something that's freaking your body out. I didn't say you. I said your body. Okay? Your body is freaked out, period. Now, there's a lot of reasons why the body gets freaked out. It could be a lack of oxygen, poor breathing techniques. It could be nutritional deficiencies, especially in the electrical nutrients. It could be a mental or emotional kind of thing that's freaking your body out. But to cut right to the chase, you got a freaked out body. Your body's trying to save its life or your life. So what you got to do is you got to calm your body down. Does that make sense so far?
Yeah,
okay.
I do.
Well, let me finish a little bit here, and I'll let you talk here. Let me just get. Okay. I want to make sure you understand this. You have a freaked out body. Do you have a baby or your mama by any chance, Tara?
No.
I always use this analogy of having a baby that's crying. Your baby is crying, except you're calling your baby your body. So we got to calm the body down. The fact that you're notice this thing first thing in the morning makes perfect sense because first thing in the morning we get a surge of stress hormone. Even if we're healthy, under ordinary circumstances, we get a surge of cortisol. But for somebody like you whose body's already freaked out, that surge of cortisol is going to throw you into heart palpitations and problems with rhythm, etc. By the way, one of the things that happens when our body is freaked out long term is the thyroid will start to slow down. Hypothyroidism is partially caused by long-term activation of your stress nervous system. So we got to do nothing more. It's very simple, Tara. We got to do nothing more than calm your body down. There's lots of ways to do it. The fastest, quickest way to do it is by making sure you're getting enough oxygen. Slow, deep breathing. In through the nose, out through the nose, slowly. And I don't know if you heard this program before. I talk about it all the time, but I'll just say it again. When you're breathing, you want to make sure it's slowly in through the nose and your belly goes out when you're breathing in. And then slowly on the exhale, your belly comes in as you're exhaling. In and out. You only need to do it for a couple of minutes to slow everything down. The next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make sure that you're getting enough good solid nutrition. And that especially means the electrical nutrients and the brain nutrients, which are the B vitamins and the electrolytes. You sip on the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, stay on the Cardio FX. You may want to get on the Ultimate Daily. As I was saying before we went to break, niacin is vitamin B3 is especially important. You may want to get yourself a timed release niacin dose to take with your Beyond Tangy Tangerine. GABA, GABA can be very helpful for having a nice relaxing effect on the body. Theanine can be helpful. Magnesium can be helpful. These are all in the interest of kind of relaxing the body. And then the last thing is you got to keep your blood sugar stable. Spikes in blood sugar, when your blood sugar goes up and then goes down and then goes up and then goes down, will really mess up, will cause a activation of the stress nervous system, will really mess up your chemistry and cause your body to go into emergency mode. So more protein, especially whey protein, which can be very stabilizing, and then coconut oil, and then weaning yourself off of foods that spike your blood sugar. I'd probably throw in the sweeties and also the Z-Radical or the Fucoid Z if you haven't tried that yet. That has a nice stabilizing effect on blood sugar. You were going to ask me something, or you were going to say something, Tara?
Because I do, when you said about anxiety, I get anxiety like before my period, and I get really constipated then too.
Yeah, okay, well, you got a problem. It could very well be starting off in your digestive system. One of the things that happens when the digestive system gets whacked out is we get the wrong populations or not enough bacteria in the gut. And when the wrong population of bacteria are in the gut or not enough bacteria in the gut, there's not enough bacteria in the gut, we don't process food correctly, toxins can start to leak into the blood, and that can also cause an emergency response. See what happens when you try fasting. Do a Swear V fast where you just do a bottle. You can get Swear V off of my website, brightsideben.com, by the way. Sip on the Swear V for a whole day. Don't eat any food and see if you notice a difference. And if you do notice a difference, chances are that you're having a digestive problem that's triggering all this. But this is how you want to look at this. Number 1, digestive. Number 2, blood sugar. And number 3, oxygenation. I'll let you finish up when we come back from our break, Tara. I got to take a commercial here. Thanks. And then if you're on hold, hang tight. We'll get to you as well. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communication Network. 844-236-6010 is our number. We'll be back right after this.
Hi, I'm George Norrie from Coast to Coast AM. I recently learned about a very unusual pharmacist who does not advocate use of prescription drugs, except in rare circumstances, say when powerful antibiotics are needed to kill a potentially lethal infection, such as pneumonia or staph. Instead, pharmacist Ben Fuchs from Boulder, Colorado, suggests always giving the body all the nutrients it needs to survive, thrive, escape illness, and live younger and longer. I don't think you will find anyone who knows more about how the body works and can explain it in such a delightful and entertaining way. Ben has recorded some very useful Health Nugget Minutes that are available 24/7 online at criticalhealthnews.com. I invite you to log on to criticalhealthnews.com, listen to these Pharmacist Ben Health Nuggets, and maybe even interact with Ben via chat or email. You're going to love Pharmacist Ben online at criticalhealthnews.com.
So we decided to upgrade the look of our home.
You know, improve the curb appeal.
We decided to add the look of stone to the exterior.
We really like the stacked stone look.
Yeah, but when I checked into the price, it was ridiculous. No way could we afford it.
Then a friend told me about Genstone. Genstone.
Genstone comes in lightweight panels made of polyurethane. They've actually engineered the hassle out of installation. No mortar, no mesh. It was easy. Even I could do it.
We just screwed the panels to the wall and it looks like stone. stone. I mean, it really looks like stone.
Yeah, from the box to the wall in minutes.
We love the look of our home now.
And Gemstone is durable, comes with a 25-year warranty, and offers additional R-value for insulation.
If you want the look of stone at a price you can afford, call Gemstone
at 855-955-STONE.
Trust me, you'll save money.
And you'll love the look.
855-955-STONE. That's 855-955-7866.
Worried about getting sick and feeling terrible for days or even weeks? You need Immudyne for a healthy immune system. Why get sick and bother with products that just don't work? For just $1 a day, Immudyne is all natural and safe for all lifestyles. Call 866-257-8668 to buy now before it's too late, before you get sick. Or go to IMMUDYNE.com, Immudyne.com, or call 866-257-8668.
Hi, this is Larry Smith. Sometimes bad things happen to good people, like when the jeweler ruined my ring and wouldn't do anything about it. But when my Legal Shield attorney called him and told him what my rights were, I received a check for over $2,100. Worry less and live more with lsprotection.com. That's lsprotection.com, or call 855-340-SAVE. Again, 855-340-7283.
Results will vary from case to case.
For over 5 years, you've been hearing about the Berkey Guy, so you may know a few things about him. For example, you are well aware of the superior quality and effectiveness of Berkey water filters and accessories. But did you know the Berkeys have had independent lab tests done to prove just how effective they are? It's true, and he can email you the test results. Just visit GoBerkey.com. You may also know that the Berkey Guy has helped tens of thousands of people get better prepared. Now here's something you may not know. GoBerkey.com has amazing specials and deals all the time on a wide variety of survival and preparedness products. Most ready to ship same day. Visit the Berkey Guy at GoBerkey.com and be sure to click the red Products on Sale Now button. You can always call toll-free 877-886-3653. Again, that's 877-886-3653. GoBerkey.com, home of the Berkey Guy.
The nation's largest independently owned and operated talk radio network. The Genesis Communications Network. GCN.
All right, we're back on the bright side. Tara in New York City. You there, ma'am? Tara.
Yeah, I'm here.
Tara, so cutting to the chase, you got a body in distress. Just like if somebody has a baby in distress, you go to the baby, you figure out what the baby's crying about, you remove any stressors in the baby's environment, you make sure the baby's getting lots of love and attention and nourishment. Likewise with your body. We got to remove any stressors. The most important stressors are going to be digestive stressors, blood sugar stressors, and a shortage in oxygen. That means breathing, stabilizing the blood sugar, and correcting digestive issues, in addition to using the relaxing nutrients that we just talked about. Did you have something else you wanted to ask me? You had another question?
Yeah, I get motion sickness really quickly.
Well, that would may or may not be related, but your biggest problem is that you got a body that's freaked the H out, and you got to, excuse my French there, but you got to calm the body down. I guarantee you, my dear, that if you practice any of the techniques we talk about in this program for calming the body down, including deep breathing, immersion therapy, hot tubs, relaxation, massages, anything that you can do to relax your body, you're going to notice significant differences. And it's very important you do, Tara. You're 33 years old, and you're running high risk for almost every ugly thing that can happen to a human body. I mean, you're young now, but 10 years from now, if you don't correct this problem, it could get really ugly. It could get really disastrous. So I would highly encourage you that you get to correct digestive issues, look for food allergies, look for foods that cause problems, constipation. Your issues with your periods tell me that you're having problems processing fats, so you may want to focus on digestive enzymes, probiotics, all the things we talk about on this program all the time. But basically, it's figure out what the stressors are and then eliminate those out of the body, eliminate those out of your environment, out of your life, really. All right, I got to move on, Tara. Thank you so much for your call. If you want, if you have any more questions, you can always call back, or you can send me an email, ben@ksco.com, and I'll work with you personally. Thanks for your call. Appreciate it. Okay, Daniel in Austin, what's up?
Well, hello, Ben. Thank you for taking my call.
Sure. What's cooking, my man?
I'm from Austin, as you know, and I heard your a recommendation of our bookstore here, and I
love
tend to very much agree.
Have you been there?
Yeah, I did. Unfortunately, I didn't buy anything, but it sure was nice browsing.
It's a great bookstore. How can I help you today, Daniel?
I have two issues I wish you could help me on. One of them, I'm pretty sure that you get this question a lot.
Okay.
Because it's very frequent. I have prostate problems and urinary problems.
How old are you?
I'm 79 years old.
Oh, you sound great, Daniel. Get yourself on the Prost FX, the longevity product.
Wait, please do that again, please.
Okay, go get it's called Prost FX, Prost FX. You get that off
Prost
FX.
FX.
Correct. And you'll get that off of brightsideben.com or call the phone team at 866-735-2470.
How about your website, Critical Health News?
CriticalHealthNews.com. You can also go to that as well.
Okay.
I got all these websites now. It's hard to keep track of everything. Also, get some beta cytosterol. Now, you'll get some of that in the Prost FX, but you probably want to get some extra. I'll spell that for you.
Beta?
Beta, B-E-T-A. Second word, cytosterol, S-I-T-O-S-T-E-R-O-L. Take 300 milligrams. They come in 330 milligram tablets. Take one of those every day. Okay, and you'll notice a difference pretty quickly with that. In addition, you want to make sure you're using 50 milligrams of zinc picolinate, zinc picolinate. I'll spell the second word for you, Picolinate. Get that at the health food store. Make sure you're taking your omega fatty acids. In fact, you should probably just get on the Healthy Start Pack, and that'll cover all your bases right there. And then if you have any kind of digestive issues around fats, the prostate is very responsive to fats and fatty vitamins. If you're not absorbing your fats, that can also cause problems with the prostate. You may want to throw in some vitamin E, 400 international units a day of vitamin E, and some vitamin A, 20,000 international units of vitamin A. And vitamin D is important. The best way to get your vitamin D is going to be from the sun, but if you can't get out in the sun a couple times a week, 3 times a week, then maybe take some extra vitamin D in a capsule form, 5,000 international units a day of vitamin D. But the sun is going to be the best way to get your vitamin D. So fats, beta-cytosterol, Prost FX, Healthy Start Pack. Make sure you're taking your zinc and your vitamin A and your vitamin E as well. Daniel, I'm going to let you go. God bless you. Thanks so much for your call. Appreciate it.
I have another question, if I could.
Okay.
I have a lot of problems with fatigue.
Oh yeah, well that probably has to do with all the things we just talked about. You're probably not processing your fats. You're probably not absorbing nutrients, and you may be undernourished as well. So get on the healthy. Do everything we just told you for the prostate, and see if that makes a difference. And also sip. Make sure you're sipping on the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. Don't do it all at once. And you can find out all about the products by calling the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470. You can also head to criticalhealthnews.com or brightsideben.com. And feel free to shoot me an email, ben@ksco.com, if I can help you further. Thanks so much, Daniel. God bless you. Appreciate your call. Okay, let's go to Steve. What's up, Steve? Welcome to the Bright Side.
Yes, thank you. Nice to hear you again. I've had an issue with. It hasn't started too long ago, but it's kind of strange. I've got on my hands, there's one finger on each hand. I've had this with some pain when I make a fist or curl the fingers, and they get a little stiff.
Steve, let me tell you the deal here. The fingers, the extremities, fingers and toes, the tips of the body are very prone to inflammatory problems, and that's what it sounds like you're having, is some inflammation there. So whenever you have inflammation, there's a couple strategies for you. Whenever you have joint inflammation, I should say, a couple strategies. Number one, first and foremost, is you got to eliminate anything that's getting into the blood through the digestive system that's causing inducing inflammation, inflammatory factors that are coming into the blood through the digestive system. And that means look for problem foods. Finger issues, inflammatory issues, arthritis, joint problems. These are secondary problems. They're not primary problems. They may be primary to you because they're miserable, but they're not primary in the sense that you can address them without addressing the causes. And the cause is going to be something that's getting into the blood that is inducing inflammation. The second angle, the second approach that you want to take is to make sure you're using nutrition, especially anti-inflammatory nutrients, and there's a lot of them. My two favorite anti-inflammatory nutrients are vitamin E and alpha-lipoic acid. Actually, I should say 3. Omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin E, and alpha-lipoic acid. And these three nutrients are very important for any joint inflammation or post-workout inflammation or back pain or plantar fasciitis, any kind of inflammatory pain in the body. Vitamin E, alpha lipoic acid, and omega-3 fatty acids. 400 IU of vitamin E a day, anywhere from 400 to 500 or 600 milligrams of alpha lipoic acid a day. It's a little bit pricey, but it's well worth it. And then make sure you're getting your omega-3 fats. Also, you want to make sure you're getting the Mighty 90 essential nutrients, and that will be the Healthy Start Pack. And magnesium, by the way, also has some nice anti-inflammatory properties. You'll get that in the Beyond Osteo FX. So, Healthy Start Pack. Focus on digestive health. If you want a couple good digestive health nutrients, of course, the Biolumin Nightly Essence is wonderful, as are digestive enzymes. And as we've said so many times in this program, digestive enzymes also are anti-inflammatory. How do you like that? Same supplement. You get two benefits. Number one, obviously, digestive enzymes will help you digest your food, but not so obviously, if you take your ultimate enzymes on an empty stomach, that can also help you with inflammatory pain. So focus on digestive health. Use anti-inflammatory nutrients. Make sure you're on the Healthy Start Pack. And thanks for your call, Steve. Got to let you go. I want to get one more call in. Robert, welcome to the bright side. Robert in Castle Rock, Colorado, my neck of the woods. What's up?
Hey, Ben, it's 100 pounds down. Remember me?
Robert from the meetings? I'm not going to give
sir.
you. Oh, that's awesome. You lost 100 pounds. Last I saw you lost a whole bunch of weight. It's 100 now?
Yeah, it's well, actually, it was 107, and I kind of backslid over the holidays. So
sorry, hey Robert,
track.
I want you to tell everybody how you did it. We only have about a minute. How did you do it, Robert?
Just put in a healthy body weight loss pack and stick to it, and do the nutrient plan the way they tell you to do it.
That's spectacular. How long did it take you to lose 100 pounds?
Oh, basically it was September to September.
That is absolutely amazing. Just nutritional supplement, just the longevity products, just nutritional supplementation.
Just the longevity products and eliminating the 10 bad foods.
That's awesome. What would you tell somebody who needs to lose some weight? Maybe not 100 pounds, but say 50 or 40 pounds. What would you tell them?
Just stick to the Healthy Body Challenge and take that and plug into the system and listen to Sanjeev and yourself and Doc Wallach.
That's
and everybody.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing, Robert. Real quick, what's your question, buddy? We got about a minute.
I got a friend that's got frontal lobe onset myopic tonic epilepsy.
That's
and
easy for you to say.
Yeah, he was under control. His insurance stopped paying for the $1,200 a month drugs, and he needs to.
Seizure disorders are a sign, just like I was talking to Tara earlier. I don't know if you heard me. Seizure disorders are a sign of a body that's freaked out. The electrical energy is not flowing through the brain correctly, and this could be due to a lot of things. It could be inflammation. It could be a problem with the digestive system. It could be a problem with gut bacteria. There's so many things to do for seizure disorders. I just don't have a lot of time to tell you right now. B-complex, magnesium, GABA, GABA, correct digestive issues, Biolumin Nightly Essence. Robert, can I get you to call back tomorrow? I'll put you first up. If you call back tomorrow, I'll put you first up. Thanks for listening, friends. I'm Pharmacist Ben. We'll be back at you tomorrow with more good health information. Have a wonderful, spectacular, beautiful day. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye for now.
We the people grow cotton, weave fabric, engrave ink, embed strips and fibers to protect from counterfeit, then carting to a private bank, having it lent back at interest, forcing taxes to service debt. This capitalism, or was Jefferson correct when stating a central bank issuing the public currency is a greater menace to the liberties of the people than a standing army? Ted Anderson, I'm placing a free silver dollar in a book that explains our monetary system. Call for your copy, 800-686-2237. It's time to understand the system. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
Managing your business and customers isn't easy, huh? SnapForce customer relationship software may be just what you need. SnapForce CRM is a software solution that helps you manage everything important about your customers, from sales to marketing to service and support. All of your customer information is right there at your fingertips for easy access. It's time to take control of your business in a snap. Get your free trial at snapforce.com. That's SNAPFORCE.com. Snapforce.com.
If the IRS has garnished your paycheck or seized money from your bank account, you need to get professional tax help now. Fast action is required to put a halt to these aggressive IRS collection tactics. You can count on the knowledgeable team of tax professionals at Wall & Associates. With over 30 years of experience, Wall & Associates has settled the tax problems of thousands of taxpayers for a small fraction of what they owed. For a free face-to-face consultation, call 1-800-425-4610 to put a wall between you and the IRS. 1-800-425-4610 or look for us on the web at wallandassociates.net. We solve tax problems. If you hire Walland Associates today, you'll never have to talk to the IRS again. To stop the levies and seizures today, take action now. Call Walland Associates at 1-800-425-4610. Wall and Associates, 1-800-425-4610.